Floyd Mayweather didn't really particularly think he'd be still bopping around there for a 6th round, but he has no problems with it. Just loves being in the ring. And for the self-proclaimed best fighter in the world, very hard to look like the best fighter in the world against Felipé Garcia, who has taken many fine prospects the distance. We were saying Felipé Garcia, just looking the way he is, just hanging in. He could do this if this was scheduled 12, 15, or 20 rounder.
That's Garcia. He doesn't care. He'll go the distance, and he's like a negative fighter. He just makes you look bad, and he can come up with an occasional win, a surprise knockout, but he's just one of those fighters that can make you look ordinary, and he's doing that with Floyd Mayweather. Mayweather having a difficult time. Look at the shots missing from Mayweather, not right on with his punches.
You know, we talked about the enthusiasm of the Mayweather for the sport, and here is Felipé Garcia, 19 years older, has been in the boxing business probably about 60 more years than Mayweather, and he still has that feeling. You know what he says, the spirit for the sport, the passion for it. And even though he has lost 17 fights, next to his 19 victories, he is still in there, and in his own mind, always thinking he could be the world champion.
One day a world champion. But I tell you, Felipe's been fighting his whole life. He turned pro at 14 years old in 1971 in Mexico. He had about 12 fights before moving to Denver, and then started kickboxing.
He says actually between Denver and Mexico, after turning pro at 14, he had about 30 pro fights before his fights started to be recorded. And now the crowd expecting a little more action after seeing their own Cleveland Quarter. A buzzsaw in the Just for Starters, and anticipating, knowing what they're going to get from Kenny Keane in the main event. Want a little more here out of the self-proclaimed best fighter in the world, Floyd Mayweather. Mayweather says one of the things he loves to do too, he says, he loves to talk trash. And I said, well, how do you get it? He says, well, you know, my father talked trash, my uncle talks trash, my mother talks trash. I said, what? He said, is she a fighter too? He says, no, when she plays cards, she gets everybody over. If she's playing cards, she talks trash. So that's where
something tells you from that family, Mama Mayweather can also box.
You're right. She can handle herself.
She can handle those boys.
Oh, and Floyd Mayweather handles Felipé Garcia. He finally cracks through, and Felipé having difficulty getting up very rarely in this position, and this fight is stopped. So Floyd Mayweather ends up with the sensational finish.
He said, I'll get him out of there, and they told me in the corner.